Hello and welcome to the first episode of the AYN Footy podcast on Football Always. This is Ben. How are you, Ben?
Good. How are you keeping?
I'm good, otherwise known as Didsy Hub. Jack, otherwise known as Jack Man United. How are you, Jack?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, how are you, Jimmy?
I'm tipping away. So, one of the biggest news stories of the week, Gerrard Pique deciding to retire, a Barcelona legend, and his final game for the club will be tomorrow. Ben, what do you think of this?
It's shocking, unexpected. I don't know what to say. It's just shocking. Didn't expect it to come.
Very opinionated there, Ben. We'll go to Jack. Jack, what do you think of Pique's retirement?
I think it's deserved because I think he hasn't been good for the past 2 years or so, and obviously he started out at Manchester United. He was a good centre back then he was snapped up by Barcelona, and he's been very good for them for the past 6 years. Hopefully Xavi plays him tomorrow. Yeah, that's really it, I suppose. You know, he's a good centre back, but at the end of the day, when your time comes. You can do nothing about it, I suppose.
And have you heard the reports that Pique gave up 30 million euros of debt Barcelona owed? That is true dedication, a real club legend. You have to respect it. Jack, what do you think of that?
I did actually hear that. Yeah, I think it's very good, and I think the fans haven't treated Piqué very well over the past year or so since their financial troubles have came about. But I think Gerrard Piqué is a really, really good person, and to give up £30 million is a big thing, Ben, you know what? You take over, Ben. Go on ahead there, mate. You take over. What do you think about the whole situation?
Well, I think the same as you, Jack.
So, Jack, the World Cup is on in 2 weeks. Who are you fancying for? Me, personally, I'm a bit of a Brazil man, but I want Messi to win it just because it's his last World Cup. Who do you think, Jack?
You know what? I'm going to go for a risky one. I think Germany can win it, And I know you're going to say it's probably going to be a Ronaldo-Messi final, but I totally disagree. I think Germany have it in them.
Yeah, I would be surprised. The news came out a couple of days ago. Timo Werner, he's out for the World Cup. Sad to see.
Yeah,
Ben,
very unfortunate.
I want to see Argentina win it, but I reckon probably Brazil will just come out and just run the competition, I feel like. And I just reckon Brazil will just run the competition. Like they've just got talented players like Neymar and Anthony, and like they've got like good like keepers to choose between as well, like Alisson and Ederson. I know Alisson's clear, but like it's just going to be very like that Brazil team just looks very strong,
I've bought a Brazil World Cup jersey, so they have the weight of football always on their shoulders. Will they be able to handle the pressure? That's the big question. Who do we think is going to be the player of the tournament in the World Cup? I'll come to you, Ben, first.
I'm gonna say Neymar. I'd just say he'd be scoring goals left, right, and centre. I reckon that Neymar will just be all over the place, and I reckon he'd just be scoring goals at least like a goal every game. I reckon he'd be getting. I just reckon Neymar will run the competition, in my opinion.
Jack, what do you reckon? Who will be player of the tournament?
Well, if you would have seen on the group chat a couple of days ago, I thought Timo Werner was going to actually ball out, but then obviously the news came out that he's injured, which is very unfortunate. So I think another German, I think Toni Kroos could absolutely ball out on his last World Cup. I just think he's very talented, very technical, and I think he could be the man to carry Germany to the World Cup.
Jack, he's retired.
What?
He retired in June for Germany.
Oh, did he fuck? Did he actually?
He did.
All right then. Well, I'll go for a bit of a. I'll go for Leon Goretzka.
It's an outside the box shout, but I do rate it, and I think it is a possibility. Now, what about young player of the tournament? Now, me personally, I'm going to go with Gavi. You know he's my boy. I've already ordered the Spain World Cup jersey. Jack, who is young player of the tournament? And please do not say it to me, Anthony.
Well, I don't think it will be Anthony. I don't think Brazil will do that well, actually. If I had to pick a young player of the tournament, this is a bit of an interesting one. But I think, who should we go for here? Young player of the tournament.
Mando Musiala, he's German. You seem to like them.
Oh, Musa, yes. That German Musiala boy, left mid for Bayern Munich. He is going to be the next big thing. But I have to be totally honest, I don't think he'll do that well in the World Cup. You know what? I'll go for Musiala, actually. Let's go for Musiala. Because he's probably the only youngster I probably know from Germany, to be fair.
Ben?
Gavi.
Young player of the tournament.
Gavi 100%. I reckon Gavi. No, I'm not just saying it because you're here, but I reckon Spain and Brazil are going to get the first. It might be Spain Brazil final. Galway will do the same as Neymar, just a younger version.
I'm delighted with that, Ben. Honestly, Gavi, mate, I know you watching. You're a big fan of me. I'm a big fan of you. So Gavi's going to be loving those shouts. And then Jack with an outside the boot shot with the German player.
You know what? I'd actually go Mukiyoko. Do you know that Dortmund boy?
Yeah.
He looks all right, doesn't he?
He's been rumoured with Liverpool. I'd like to see him at the club, you know.
Yeah, if he went to Liverpool, I think he's better than Darwin Núñez already. So if he went to Liverpool, Darwin Núñez, mate, you're getting sold.
Come on. To be fair, does he get in the German squad? What about Adeyemi, actually? I've completely forgot he exists.
That's the club I was on about. Adeyemi, Karim Adeyemi. Does he not play for... Who is it he plays for? Oh, does he? Oh.
Yeah, they signed.
That's the boy I was on about. He looks like he could be a real baller, but he hasn't played that well for Dortmund, has he not?
No, he's been a little bit injuries and stuff, but for the most part...
You know what? See if he did get into the Germany team and the Germany manager gives him a chance, I think he can do the job up front. And obviously Timo Werner is injured. So, you know, I'd give him a shot. And maybe Mukiyoko as well. Maybe I'd give them both shots and see.
You can probably tell by his accent, but Jack is not German. But he has some fascination about Germany and feels a little bit biased.
No, I'm not from Germany. I actually really do like Germany, you know. I'm not even joking as well. I love Germany.
I hope that's taken out of context. Right, we're moving on. Champions League this week. Final group stage games. A lot of big teams going out. Even Atletico Madrid finishing bottom of the group. Worrying times for Simeone. What do we make of Atletico Madrid?
Ben, do you wanna start or will I start? I'll start, right? Okay then.
Okay.
No, go ahead then, Ben. Go on ahead, go.
Jack, you go on there. Jack, you start.
Right. So with Atletico Madrid, I think he's just been found out, you know, because for the past how many years? He's I think 4 or 5 years for Atletico Madrid. He's played the same football, very, very slow defensive football, and I think teams have found him out, to be honest. And I would not be surprised by the end of the season if Simeone is sacked, to be honest. I will not be surprised because I don't think they're not doing that well in La Liga as well, I don't think. And obviously now they're in the Europa League. And I'll be totally honest, I can't see them winning the Europa League.
They're not in the Europa League either, Jack. They finished bottom of the group.
Did they actually? Jesus, I must have fucking missed a chapter or something. So they're not even in the Europa League now as well.
No.
Well, that just has my case, because he's definitely going to get sacked now. I'm surprised he's not sacked yet. Is he sacked yet?
No.
Is there any rumours about him being sacked?
There probably is. I'm assuming Atletico Madrid fans aren't happy. It wasn't a great season.
Disgusting. And as well, what he's doing to Joe Felix. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Joe Felix, but what he's doing to Joe Felix, he is ruining that young man's career.
It's criminal. He's fantastic there.
Yeah, because he joined from Benfica, and I'll be honest, I thought he was going to be a good player, but then lately I don't see a spark in him.
He's just not getting the minutes, though, isn't he?
Fair enough.
What do you make of Barcelona? They've brought in Lewandowski, Rafinha, loads of good players, and yet they're still going to the Europa League. It was a difficult group. They have Inter Milan, the mighty Victoria Plzen, and Bayern Munich.
But in my opinion, in my opinion, with the squads, I think Bayern should be first and Barca should be second and Inter should not be anywhere near it. Barcelona's squad, Jesus, it's unreal compared to Inter Milan's, in my opinion.
I reckon Barca will go on and win the Europa League, in my opinion. No, I'm going to get killed by Jack now, but I do reckon the Barca.
No chance, lad. No chance.
I just reckon Barca will go on and win that Europa League. I really do.
I reckon it's going to be Sevilla. Sevilla are also gone into the Europa League. Not a great week for Spanish teams. It's going to be Sevilla. It's always Sevilla. I don't care if there's Man United, Roma, Arsenal, Juventus, Barcelona. It's going to be Sevilla. What's going on with Juventus? That's a really interesting one because Allegri has a big contract. They can sack him, but they're doing terrible. What do you reckon, Jack?
I think he is actually a good manager. You know, I seriously do think he's a good manager. But I don't think, Dusan Vlahovic, I don't think he is as good as people make out, And he's had a shocking season this year. And Juventus, you know what? If you actually watch Juventus, they've had a right few chances. And they just need someone to put the ball in the back of the net, and they just don't have someone that can do that consistently.
They have a former Everton lock, Moise Kean. He's actually scored twice this season.
I don't rate him, to be honest. You know who I rate? I actually rate that is Chiesa. I rate him
Yeah,
massively.
I love
I think he's a
back from
baller.
injury. He was out for 7 months, 8 months, I think it was. Picked up an injury February, January last year, or this year, and he's back from injury. Came back on in the Champions League. Obviously, Juventus through to the Europa League, but it's good to see him back.
Yeah,
I was
he's
going
a
to say
cracking player in my
did
opinion.
everything in the
Very good
World
player.
Cup, but they're not in the World Cup. I can't really make jokes about that. All three of us are Irish.
Fair enough.
Right, lads, apologies. I know it was a quick one for the first one, but future episodes will be longer. I hope you did enjoy the first episode of the AYN Footy podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thank you. Thanks, Jack.
And thank you, Jack.
It's a privilege as always, mate.
All of our socials will be linked in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new. Thank you all so much for watching. Turn notifications on for the next episode of the AYN Footy podcast. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.